right, everybody. Welcome back to week number 2. I know week 1 is a lot. There's a lot of information. You're also a little nervous about the course and the expectations. So, thanks for sticking through week 1. Um, if you haven't had a chance, make sure you go back and take a look at those short videos that I posted last week. There were several of them, but you only have to kind of review them once, then you'll grasp the concept. This week's video here will be relatively short. So this week we're going to learn the difference between strategic and operational decision making. So think of strategic thinking as kind of your long-term roadmap, your plan to develop this health and beauty business and take it into the next level. Make it better, make more profit, make it be more sustainable, that sort of thing. That's kind of what strategic thinking is about, where operational decision making is, okay, how many boxes do I need? What does the box material need to be? How many trucks do we need to get to move the product this week? That sort of thing. So that's really the difference between strategic, which is long term, versus a very short term operational decision making type thinking and decision making. Now, strategic planning, usually a strat plan is done for 3 to 5 years. There could be a long-term business plan that's even longer than that, but a strat plan usually is about 3 to 5 years. It's typically done once a year. Operational planning, a lot of companies call this a rolling forecast. Or sales and operations planning cycle, that sort of thing. So you may be accustomed to hearing that. And again, strategic planning is kind of long term. I want to grow my sales top line by 3, 5, 10%, and these are the resources I'm going to need to get it. That way you can start to plan to get those resources. Whereas operations planning is, okay, here's my quantity times price for the next 3-4 weeks. This is what I expect my number to be for the month of January, February, March, that sort of thing. Now, make sure you watch the video here with Howard about financial indicators, triple bottom line. Indicators, key performance indicators, you want those to be very, very granular, and sometimes you'll see them and you'll say that's basic. That's way too basic. And the reason for things to be very basic is you want people to understand the goal you're trying to achieve and how they impact that goal and how they can push that needle. So that's really what a KPI is. They need to be really basic. They need to be very granular, specific to an operation, specific to a person, specific to a business. They got to be very, very, very specific. The other item you'll be looking at this week is SWOT analysis, and let me jump to the SWOT analysis that I want you to take a look at. 1 second. So here in the consulting report from Trader Joe's, so again, another short paper, this time about Trader Joe's, and we want you to do, what would you consider some of Trader Joe's KPIs? Hint here, very strong hint, very strong asterisk. Trader Joe's focuses on customer service. They have a limited product offering in their stores. They're very specific in what they offer, and they also want to take care of their employees and their crew, plus the impact on the environment. Hint, couldn't draw brackets around it more clear than that. Please put that in your KPIs. In your paper, I want to see a SWOT analysis. I want to see this table in your paper. And the paragraph directly after this table, I want you to explain to me what it means. One paragraph, just a quick summary of what it means. But I want to see this SWOT analysis after you fill it out and you put in their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I want to see this inside the paper, embedded in the paper. All right, after you do the Trader Joe's, the only other thing that you have to do this week Let me jump back to week 2. You have to turn in your coaching versus mentoring. The sign-on for this is back in week 1. You have to create your sign-on. This is the a wildly efficient learning sign-on that you have to create. It's not a part of the text, even though it says it's wildly. So the instructions are back in week 1. So make sure you do that. It takes about 2.5 hours. It's a pretty good coaching versus mentoring, plus you get a certificate off of it as well. So please make sure you do that. If you have some free time, which I know we all have tons and tons of free time with our families and our jobs and everything, next week is kind of a heavy week. It's where you're going to take what you learn in week 1, 2, and 3 and build on it and create a paper uh, for the first milestone project for the health and beauty company. So you might want to take a look at that and be thinking about that. So I know I said I would try to keep it short. We're at 6 minutes, so I'll cut it off here. Again, if you need anything, please feel free to call me, text me, email me. You can also schedule a one-on-one Google Meet with me as well on the weekends. I'll try to open up some slots during the week as time permits. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. And I hope you have a great week. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.